God has blessed us with a planet that's full of beautiful and wonderful places. Tourists from all over the globe explore these places and visit them. However, there's still some places that are unexplored or untouched. That includes some parts of Antarctica, several Himalayan mountains, and different islands from around the world. These are the places that have yet to be tainted by human explorers. Let's check them out. Pitcairn Island. This is an island where no planes or helicopters have ever landed, and it's located 3,300 miles from New Zealand. To reach the remote island of Pitcairn from Auckland, New Zealand, it's a 32-hour yacht ride required. About 50 residents in 2018, it's considered to be one of the least populated territories in the world. The government is situated in New Zealand, and this island is known as a British Overseas Territory. Southern Namib Desert. Southern Namib is part of the Namib Desert. It's largely unexplored and is a coastal desert in South Africa. It's considered as one of the driest places on planet Earth. This desert is also considered to be one of the driest deserts on Earth. The World Wildlife Fund has described its southern Namib region as a largely unexplored region. It's generally believed that it doesn't have much vegetation. Island of Surtsey. It's a volcanic island and is located in the Vestmannaeyjar archipelago off the southern coast of Iceland. This island was formed as a result of a volcanic eruption which began 130 meters below sea level. The island has only ever been open to researchers. According to the UNESCO report, the island of Surtsey was formed from the eruptions of the volcano between 1963 and 1967. According to Atlas Obscura, this island has only ever been open to highly trained scientists. This island is also described by UNESCO as being free from human interference. Doong Cave. Doong Cave is situated in Ngah Bang National Park in Vietnam, and it dates back to prehistoric times, but was rediscovered in 2008. According to the CNN report, this cave was initially discovered in 1990, but its original position was lost and was again found by two researchers from the British Carving Research Association. It's known as the world's largest natural cave. It was opened for the public for the first time in 2013. North Sentinel Island. Sentinel Island, which has remained virtually untouched, is part of the Andaman Islands. This island gained attention in 2018 when an American missionary was reportedly killed when they were on a religious mission trip. This remote island is known to be inhabited by a tribe of indigenous people, known as Sentinelese. Some researchers, anthropologists, and documentary film crews have visited the island in 1960s and 70s. Still, very less is known about the North Sentinel Islands. Vale do Hvar. Dorje is situated near Brazil's border with Peru and is an isolated Amazonian village. It is one of the largest indigenous territories in Brazil. It was named as Vale do Hvar after the Hvar River, which was the most important river of the region. Aerial footage of members of a tribe in Vale do Hvar was shown by a video released by the National Indian Foundation in August 2018. It's a Brazilian government agency also known as FUNAI. The first look of the remote tribe that had no contact with the outside world was shown by a video shared by the New York Times. Mountain in Ngah Puensum. According to the Condé Nast Traveler and BBC report, the mountain Ngah Puensum is known as the world's tallest unclimbed mountain and is located in Bhutan near its border with Tibet. It's believed that this mountain has never been conquered, but in 1994, climbers were barred from an attempt to reach the top of the mountain because the government of Bhutan closed it for climbers. According to the BBC report, the same year all the peaks in Bhutan that were higher than 19,800 feet were closed for the climbers out of respect for local spiritual beliefs. Palmerston Island. It's situated in South Pacific and is a remote island that's visited by a supply ship only a couple times in a year. This island is a part of the island group known as the Cook Islands, and they're connected by a coral reef. According to a BBC report, Palmerston is described as one of the most isolated island communities in the world. It's the only island in the group that is known to be inhabited. It's rarely visited by outsiders due to its hard-to-access location. It requires a plane to Tahiti, then a boat from Tahiti to the island. According to the BBC report, the Cook Islands are also connected by a coral reef that's difficult for many boats to see, which has made for shipwrecks over the years. Antarctica. The southernmost continent and site of the South Pole, the ice-covered landmass is virtually uninhabited. It's the windiest, coldest, and driest continent. With an area of just under 1.5 times the size of the United States, it contains 90% of all ice on the Earth. It is the fifth largest continent. This frozen southern continent was not spotted until 1820. John Davis, an American, was the first to explore it in 1821. Scientists and researchers who spend time there inhabit research stations because the extreme landscape is largely unlivable. Devon Island. This is an ice-covered island situated in the Canadian Arctic. According to the Condé Nast Travelers, no human being has inhabited the island since the 1930s and 1940s due to its extreme temperature conditions. It's described by NASA as a polar desert. NASA used Devon Island for research purposes. The NASA team has tested equipment and spacesuits on Devon before using them on the Red Planet because this island has conditions similar to Mars.